Good morning. All right. Good morning, folks. All of the early risers. Take your time to find your seat on your yoga mat. And welcome to Sunrise Vinyasa. Let's begin today with a short meditation. Let's begin by closing the eyes, closing the eyes and taking the hands over the belly. Begin to feel the warmth of the touch, the warmth that permeates from the hands. Feel the weight of the touch. Begin to deepen your breath, lengthening your breath, and send all of your breath, all of your inhalations and your exhalations in through the space underneath the hands. With every single inhalation, distending the belly, filling up the belly like a balloon, pressing the belly outward into your hands. Upon your exhalation, pulling the navel all the way back towards the spine, scooping the belly in. Continue this breath through this area here. Feeling the expansiveness of the belly, just like a big balloon on every single breath. Every single inhalation, see how far you can pull the belly all the way back, scooping the belly as much as you can towards the spine. Take a couple more breaths here. Beautiful. Begin to slide your hands on the outskirts of your ribs. Notice the touch here. Notice the warmth of the touch. Notice the feeling of the hands resting on the outer edges of the ribs. Can you begin to bring your breath into your hands, expanding your ribs from side to side, getting wide on the inside? Feel your breath expanding into your hands. Feel the expansiveness of every single inhalation. Take a couple more breaths here. Hi, baby. Yes, supposed to be drinking that water. And then gently taking your hands over your chest. Palms over the chest, left palm over the heart, fingers are wide. Noticing the warmth of the touch here. Bring your full awareness and your breath into the hands. Every single inhalation, notice how the heart lifts slightly towards the sky. Notice the expansiveness of the chest. Take a couple more breaths in through this area. And then begin to take the palms over the eyes, resting the fingers over the forehead. Begin to inhale the warmth of the touch. Setting your intention for today's practice here. And beginning to guide the hands in together in Anjali Mudra, prayer position in front of the heart. Begin to place the lengths of the thumbs over the sternum, connecting to the rhythm of the heartbeat. Notice the spine growing nice and tall as you reach through the crown of the head and shifting the shoulders back, exposing the heart. Let's take our inhalation to our Om to begin today's practice now. Inhaling. Beginning to rub your hands vigorously together, creating heat through friction. Once you find that the hands get toasty and warm, cupping the hands over the eyes, inhaling the warmth of the touch. And as you exhale, releasing the hands away from the face, a gentle transition from darkness to light. All right, so let's start today's practice. Super fun way. I think we did this either yesterday or the day before. Anyway, this is a very quick and fun way to get your body warmed up. It's take the hands behind you and stick your feet out up front. So your feet are going to be slightly wider than hip width distance. And your hands are just going to hang out back here for support. Begin to point the toes and swish the knees from side to side. So as you do this, make sure that you have sufficient room behind you. Excuse me. We will be adding to this as we go on and continue. So right now we're lubricating the hips and the lower spine. Bringing a little bit of a twist into our practice. For 3, 2, and 1. Once you flip over to one side, we're going to paint the ceiling with the fingertips. So let's go with the left right now. Then you're going to lower yourself down as low as you can to the ground, taking your gaze in the opposite direction of the knees. As you inhale, you're going to sweep across the ceiling with both palms of the hands. Lower down once you get down to the ground. Every single time you exhale, you're twisting, you're lowering yourself down. Pull the navel towards the spine on every single twist. Let's pick up the pace. Inhale to sweep. Exhale to descend. For 3, 2, and 1. All right. So when we flip over to one side, we're going to add something here. So you're already taking your gaze in the opposite direction of the knees. You're going to lower yourself down as much as possible. You're going to take your look underneath your armpit, and you're going to see if you can see your foot You're going to tap your foot 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to flip over towards the other side. 1, 2, 3, and flip. Keep going from side to side. 4, 5, 3. My favorite part's coming up. 2, and 1. So that foot that you're tapping, 1, 2, 3. So the last part of this, when you finish tapping, you're going to kick that foot up as high as you can, and then flip over to the other side. Woo! Big sweeps. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. All right, let's flip over into tabletop position. You're going to tuck the toes under to start opening up the backs of the feet and the entire back meridian line. All right, so let's go through a couple of cat-cows here. You're going to inhale to cat. So once you go into cat, your tailbone's going to tuck under, and you're going to pull the navel up towards the spine, and you lift the spine as much as you can up towards the ceiling. On your exhalation, allow the mouth to open, allow the bottom jaw to become relaxed, and allow that breath to come out of your mouth. All right, let's start. Inhale, cat. And exhale into cow. Inhale, cat. Big, deep breath. Stretch your spine all the way to the sky. Exhale to release the belly. Spine, open up the heart. And take your gaze forward. Let's do 3 more. Inhale. And exhale to release. 2. Last breath. Let's make it the biggest breath. Big, deep inhalation. Deep exhalation. Perfect. All right. So from here, we're going to start to get a little bit of rotation throughout the hips. So you're going to start to dip your hips towards the right-hand side. You're going to swish all the way back across the heel, coming up over onto the left. Continue to make these crescent moon shapes with the hips. 4, 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Perfect. Let's all meet with the sit bones at the heels. You're going to take your gaze forward here. So every time we come into child's pose, feel the traction of your hands. And if you want to assist your fold here and release the lower spine a little bit more effectively, or quickly rather, you can start to push your hands into the mat, descending a heavier sit bone down to the ground, releasing the lower spine. So we're going to come in and out of this position. We're going to inhale, navel to spine. You're going to fluff up the space between the shoulder blades up as you make your way past the wrists and expose your heart at the very end. Beautiful. Exhale, sit bones back. Inhale, lead with the heart. Back of the heart up, all the way across, shining the front of the heart forward. Perfect. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Let's do 3 more. 2, and 3. Perfect. All right, so from here, for the count of about 5, you can marry all 3 things that we just did and create other different movements that you want. 4, 5. Get creative, get dynamic. 4, 3, 2. If there's any additional movements that you want to make, please feel free to make them while in tabletop position. And 1. Perfect. Let's take the heels all the way back. Let's take the pinkies all the way to the edges of the mat. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Press through the heels of the palms, the lengths of the fingers, until the center of the palms begin to lift away from the mat. From here, you're going to ensure appropriate shoulder girdle engagement. And as you start to push the mat away from you, descend the shoulders away from the ears and begin to take your gaze towards the inner thighs. Lifting your sit bones up high to the sky on the next exhalation, releasing the heels closer towards the earth. Take the next 2 deep breaths here, lengthening your breath, releasing the weight of the head. Last breath. Inhale to bend the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front. Exhale to hop or step towards the front of the mat. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rise. Hastasana, paint the sun on the way up. Perfect. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands through heart center. Inhale, Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back, plank. Press back through the heels. You're going to shift over onto the toes to guide your shoulders over your wrists. Pull the navel towards the spine, reach to the crown of the head. Hold the breath at the base of your exhalation. Hug the arms and the navel in as you slowly lower down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Lengthen the breath. Lengthen every single inhalation. Lengthen every single exhalation. Three, 2, and 1. Inhale to bend the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front. Exhale to hop or step towards the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to paint the sun, Hastasana. Exhale, hands through heart center, Samastitihi. Inhale, Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back, lift and lengthen. Exhale, step back, plank. Pull the navel and the arms inward. As you hold the breath at the base of your exhalation, lower down on empty lungs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Holding here for 3 of the longest breaths that you can take. Last breath. Bending the knees on your inhalation, navel to spine, gaze to the front. Exhale, hop or step towards the front of the mat. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, Hastasana, paint the sun on the way up. Exhale through hands through heart center, Samastitihi. Inhale, trace the sun. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hop or step back, plank. At the base of your exhalation, hold the breath, scoop the belly in and lower down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 last breaths. Last breath. Perfect. Let's inhale the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Perfect. From here, we're going to pivot the back foot so that the edge is in line with the short edge of the mat. Pull the navel towards the spine. Inhale to windmill the arms up. Then you're going to slide your shoulders over your hips. You're going to start to press down on both feet and push them away from each other. Lift through the crown of the head and reach to the front and to the back of the room through the fingertips. Take your gaze past the right fingertips as you sink into that right knee. Three, 2, and 1. Flip the palms up. Inhale, rise. Exhale to descend. 4 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale to descend. 3. Sinking deeper each time. 2. And 1. Perfect. From here, inhale to lengthen. Exhale, windmill the arms down. Pivot the back foot. Step the right foot back and lower down from plank, Vinyasa, or child's pose. Take 3 breaths once you get to downward facing dog. Last breath. Perfect. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Pivot the back foot in line with the short edge of the mat, navel to spine. Inhale to windmill the arms up, sinking into your legs, pressing both feet into the ground and then pushing them away from each other. Reaching through the crown of the head as you slide the shoulders over the hips. Reach to the front and to the back of the room through the fingertips. Take your gaze past the left fingertips. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flip the palms up to the sky. Inhale to rise. Exhale to descend. Inhale to rise. Exhale to descend. Let's go for 4 more. In and down. 3, and descend. 2, and 1. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to windmill the arms down, step back plank, and lower down on empty lungs. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Five breaths. Release the weight of the head. Release the weight of the thoughts. Last breath. Inhale here. Exhale, step the right foot forward. You're going to descend the left knee, untuck the left toes. From here, we're going to heel toe the right foot towards the edge of the mat. And then you're going to flip your toes out at a 45-degree angle. So your right knee is going to wing out. And then from here, this part is all up to you. You can either stay here and allow this right knee to wing out, bringing your breath in through the right hip to expand. If you'd like to increase the level of sensations, bring your forearms down to the ground, or you can bring your arms or your forearms to a set of pillows. From here, begin to take your breath in through the right hip to open. For 3, 2, and 1. Begin to stack the hands underneath the shoulders. And from here, we're going to take the toes back in. And we're going to take the left hand underneath the face. We're going to inhale, right hand all the way up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, trace the right fingertips all the way back. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, trace the fingertips across the ceiling once again. You're going to heel toe that right leg all the way back in, stacking the knee underneath the shoulders. You're going to tuck the left toes under, send the left heel back, step the right foot back, plank. Flowing in and out of Vinyasa, or coming into child's pose, or going straight to downward facing dog. Once you come into downward facing dog, taking 3 long breaths. Last breath. Inhale here. Exhale, step the left foot forward, descend the right knee, untuck the right toes, heel toe the left foot towards the edge of your mat, flip the toes outward at a 45-degree angle. And then from here, just like you did on the other side, you can either hang out on your hands and allow the sit bones to sink, opening up the left hip, or you can make your way down to the ground, over onto your forearms. Take a few deep breaths here, allowing this knee to come out, allowing that left hip to open up. Keeping your spine nice and long as you continuously reach through the crown of the head. Three, two, and one. Begin to stack the hands underneath the shoulders. And you're going to pivot the left foot back into the mat. Kind of shift your right hand underneath the face. And you're going to inhale, sweep the left hand across the ceiling, all the way to the back. Reach all the way back. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, trace the ceiling across all the way through with the left hand. You're going to heel toe your left foot back in so that the knee is stacked underneath the shoulder. Tuck the right toes under, send the right heel back, step back plank. Vinyasa, downward facing dog, or child's pose. Five breaths when you get into child's pose. Last two breaths. Beautiful. Let's inhale to bend the knees, navel to the spine, gaze to the front. Exhale to hop or step towards the front of your mat. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to trace the sun, Hastasana. Exhale, hands through heart center, Samastitihi. Perfect. Now we're going to step our feet slightly wider than hip width distance. And we're going to do one of my favorite things to do, called the breath of joy. Side effects are smiling, sometimes giggling. And it's a two-part thing that we're going to do. So obviously there's the breath. So the breath looks like this. Take 3 strong zips of inhalation, kind of like it's spring and you're stuffing your face in a big bouquet of flowers. Looks like this. With 1 big exhalation through the mouth. Make any sound that you want on the way out. Trust me, it feels really great. All right, so we're also going to move when we breathe like this. We're going to inhale forward. Inhale to the sides. Inhale forward. As you exhale, you're going to bend the knees and toss it all the way up behind you. Make sure that your feet are out at a 45-degree angle, and then we're going to inhale to come all the way back up again and continue the breath. In 3, 2, 1. Three more. Perfect. Inhale, rise. As you exhale, sweep the arms wide, pivot from the hips, lead with the heart into your forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lift and lengthen through the soft spot right at the center of the head, taking your shoulders away from the ears, lengthening the spine. As you exhale, hands come back towards heart center, bending the knees and taking the sit bones down to the earth. Begin to squeeze your legs into the arms. Press your arms out into the legs. Pressing the heels of the palms, the lengths of the fingers, reaching through the crown of the head, keeping your chest nice and open. For 3, 2, we're not going to come out yet. We're only going to invite movement. So keep your sit bones down. And 1, begin to rock from side to side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Sliding back to center, flipping the palms open. Inhale, trace the sun on the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Stepping back towards the front of your mat, going in through the sun salutation. Inhale to trace the sun. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hop or step back plank. Lower down on empty lungs. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking 5 breaths here. Last 2 breaths. Inhale to bend the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front. Exhale to hop or step towards the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step the left foot all the way back. Perfect. From here, we're going to flip the foot so it's in line with the short edge of the mat. Navel to spine. Inhale to windmill the arms up. The right leg is straight this time. And then you're going to exhale, slide the right fingertips past the toes, pivot from the hips into Trikonasana, triangle posture. You're going to take the outer right hand into the inner right leg, press the feet away from each other, lengthen through the crown of the head, and you're going to reach up to the sky through the left fingertips. See if you can take your drishti, which is your gaze, towards the left thumb. If that's not available for you today, please take your gaze towards the earth. Making sure that you're keeping the right side long as well. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale to windmill the arms up. Exhale, bending your right knee, coming into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. From here, we're going to go back to holding for 3, sliding your shoulders over your hips. 2, pressing the feet away from each other. And 1, flip the right palm up, sweep the left arm behind you. Inhale, trace the fingertips across the ceiling. As you exhale, sink into your pose as you slide the fingertips back and take your gaze upward towards the ceiling. For 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, windmill the arms down. Pivot the back foot, step the right foot back, plank, lower down to the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Perfect. Let's bend the knees. Inhale, navel to spine, gaze to the front. Exhale to hop or step towards the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step the right foot all the way back. Pivot, landing. The edge of the foot is in line with the edge of the mat. Inhale to windmill the arms up. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. You're going to sink into that left knee, slide the shoulders over the hips, reach to the back and to the front. 3, for the count of 3. 2, and 1. Flip the left palm up to the sky. Sweep the right arm back. Inhale to trace the left fingertips across the ceiling. And then exhale to sink the sit bones deeper towards the ground and sliding the fingertips back. Keep your gaze up towards the ceiling, towards the inner left arm for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Coming back into Virabhadrasana 2. And then exhale. I totally skipped this on the other side, so we're going to do this. You're going to extend the left leg, slide past the toes, pivot from the hips into Trikonasana, triangle pose. You're going to push through both feet, pushing them away from each other. The outer left hand comes into the inner left leg. You're going to reach all the way up towards the ceiling through the right fingertips. Take your gaze either towards the right thumb or down to the earth. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale to windmill the arms up. Exhale, bending the left knee, windmill the arms down, pivot the back foot, step the left foot back plank, and then slowly lower down as you hug the navel and the arms in through the trunk. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. Perfect. Let us inhale, right foot steps forward. From here, we're going to take the heel of the left foot down to the ground, and that foot is going to be out at a 45-degree angle. You're going to take the heels of the palms into the inner crest of the right foot. You're going to flip the left toes out at a 45-degree angle, so both the feet are facing in the right direction. All right, so from here, we're going to inhale to lengthen. Exhale to sink the sit bones down. Inhale to take your way over towards the other side to switch. Inhale, switch. Exhale, sink. Continue to shift from side to side with the rhythm of your breath. Inhale, switch. Exhale, sink. Continue for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's meet at the center. Inhale, center. Perfect. Pivot the toes back in so that the edges of the feet are in line with the edges of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, scoop the belly in, forward fold. Last breath. Begin to slide the hands over towards the hips, bending the knees. Inhale to rise. Exhale, pivot the feet out at a 45-degree angle. And from here, we're going to inhale to trace the sun all the way up above. Exhale strongly as you take the hands down towards the heart, bending the knees, sit bones all the way down. Continue this motion. Inhale up. Exhale down. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last breath. Perfect. We're going to stay down here. Keep your sit bones nice and low. And you're going to slide your hands towards just right outside of the knee here. Inhale to lift your heart. Reach through the crown of the head. Exhale to tip the right shoulder down. And you can apply a little bit of pressure here in through the right palm to open up that hip. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. 2 more times on either side. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. One last time on the other side. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, rise. And pivot the feet all the way in. Perfect. Step back towards the front of the mat. Inhale, trace the sun. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank. Lower down on empty lungs. Hug the navel and the arms in. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, so we open up the hips a fair amount. Let's give a little bit of love towards the shoulders. Let's float in and out of plank for 5 breaths. Inhale to plank, exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, navel to spine, fluff up the space between the shoulders up to the sky, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. 4. 3. 2. And 1. So we're going to lower down this time from plank. Inhale forward. Exhale to lower down. Perfect. From here, we're going to take our hands out at a 90-degree angle. So cactus pose. Your elbows are in line with your shoulders and your Elbows are bent at a 90-degree angle. You're going to flip your hands out at a 45-degree angle so that your pinkies are winging out. You're going to inhale, press to the hands, lift the heart, press the tops of the feet down into your mat, and all of a sudden you're in seal pose. So from here, on each exhalation, you're going to tip the right shoulder down, take the peak towards the back of the mat. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Last time on either side. In and out. In and out. Inhale back to center. Exhale, chest down to the ground. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders and then begin to slide the sit bones back onto your heels. Child's pose. Take one more deep breath. Inhale, table. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take the gaze towards the hands, bend the knees. Inhale to step the right foot towards the left hand. Step the left foot towards the right, crossing the shins. You're going to bend the knees, sit bones to the earth, uncross the legs, feet come out front. Inhale to lengthen, arms are parallel to the earth. Exhales to scoop the belly in and slowly roll yourself back down to the ground. Once you make it down, you're going to shift the heels towards the sit bones, flip the palms down. Inhale, bridge. Draw the inner thighs together. Push through the feet. Squeeze the glutes. Lift the heart towards the chin for 3, 2, and 1. Release the spine back down to the ground. Hug the knees into the chest. Release the feet back to the earth. Open up the arms into T. Cross the right leg over the left. Descend the knees over towards the left-hand side. Take your gaze past the right shoulder. Last breath. Inhale, center. Uncross the legs, knees into the chest. Descend the feet. Heels towards the sit bones. Inhale, bridge. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, melt the spine down. Knees into the chest. Exhale, feet to the earth. Arms into T. Cross the left leg over the right. Descend the knees over towards the right. Take the gaze past the left shoulder. One more breath. Inhale, knees into the chest. And then exhale to release the body back to the earth into Shavasana. Give your hips a little bit of a wiggle. Take the palms right over the face together. We're going to inhale. Take the fingertips up towards the ceiling, lifting the shoulder blades off the earth, keeping the head heavy. As you exhale, open your wingspan nice and wide, opening up the shoulders and the back of the heart to the earth. Begin to take your gaze from side to side, release the neck. And slowly shift your way back to stillness, back to center. Closing the eyes. And then allowing the breath to come back to a neutral space. Noticing the heaviness of the body weighted into the earth, sinking, melting, releasing, and letting go. Noticing the sensations throughout the body. Noticing the expansiveness of the breath. Notice the rhythm of the heartbeat throughout the chest, throughout the entire trunk of the body. Can you follow the heart's beat down all four limbs, down to the tips of the toes, to the tips of the fingers? Om Asatoma Sat Kamaya Tamasoma Jyotri Kamaha Mrityorma Mritam Gamaya Om Asatoma Sat Kamaya Tamasoma Jyotri Kamaha Mrityorma Mritam Gamaya. Om Asatoma Sat Kamaya Tamasoma Jyotiye Gamaha Rityormam Ritam Gamaya. Lead me from the unreal to the real, from the darkness to the light, from the illusion of death to immortality. Take the biggest breath that you can take. Big, deep inhalation. And a deep sigh on your exhalation. Hugging the knees into the chest, rolling from side to side, massaging the entire back of the body. Slowly beginning to roll over towards the right side, resting your head on your right arm, descending the left palm down to the ground. As you connect to the earth, taking one moment, one breath, to thank yourself for today's practice, for coming onto your mat and honoring your body. Upon the next inhalation, pressing through the left palm up to a seated position, to close today's practice with a sound of Om on your exhalation. Let's guide the hands together in Anjali Mudra in front of the heart, guiding the lengths of the thumbs over the sternum, connecting to the rhythm of the heartbeat. Stay here for a moment in full awareness of our heart. Let us take our inhalation to Om now. Inhaling. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. May every single cell of your entire being be filled with love, light, abundance, bliss, freedom, and optimal health. May all beings be happy, be happy, be happy. Namaste. Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. So for those of you who are just joining me, just letting you know, this happens every single morning, 7 a.m. sharp. And there is always a secondary class to follow at 10:30. Now, those classes do change every single day. The 7 a.m. classes are sunrise vinyasas forever until the situation is over. We can go back to the studio. And then the secondary classes change from day to day. I'll be teaching Ashtanga later today at 10:30. And then throughout the week, we've got, I believe there's a Hatha level 1-2 split tomorrow, if I remember correctly. And then there is also Pilates on the Friday. We've got a yin practice, I believe, on the Wednesday or Thursday. Stay connected, and I will always tell you what class is coming up next the day of, right in the morning, right at the end of the first sun salutation class, Sunrise Vinyasa. I hope that every single one of you have the most fantastic of days. Stay healthy, stay hydrated, feed yourself, sleep, take care of yourself, love yourself, do the things that make you super happy, create, manifest, and live. Sending every single one of you an abundant amount of love. May all beings be happy.